Hello! Guess who's back? But also, I cannot believe I'm back already to talk about my 7th month in the Netherlands. So it exactly has been 7 months, and it actually does feel like it has been 7 months. And today, I'm going to talk about just the whole experience and things that I've done. I made a couple of shorts, but I'm just gonna overall talk about my time here. But in May, especially where I live in the city, there was a lot of events. So we got to go to Pasar Malam, which is an Indonesian festival. So there was a lot of performances, foods, and Indonesian food. And this was the first time I seen a lot of Southeast Asians together, and I myself am Southeast Asian, so it was really nice to be united in a way. And I've noticed that when we were in the stores, especially one of the stands, they were trying to sell me stuff, and I was noticed that my Dutch has gotten better because I was able to respond back in Nederlands, and they themselves too would only speak Nederlands. So yeah, that was something cool. So now let's talk about it. So if a lot of people know, there's a big population of Indonesian people in the Netherlands, so for them to have a festival in Groningen was actually pretty cool. So yeah, but they only served a bunch of the foods that you could see in the Indonesian restaurants around here as well. So, well, I'm gonna say Indonesian because it was like Chinese Indonesian food. So there was, satay, that's the only thing that I really thought that was quite exactly Indonesian. And you can get satay literally at the grocery stores. You can also get them at the local Indonesian restaurants. And because it's in a market, I felt like the prices were a little bit high just to be in the moment. But then I got to try some of their sweet dessert, which is basically, if you're Vietnamese, it's like jea. So it tastes like jea. And honestly, it is a fan favorite for me. But I know a lot of people, especially like even my partner, they are not a fan of jea, the sweet soup. So then that exact week, there was also the food truck festival, which was actually pretty cool. Again, a little bit, that was much more expensive. I think we spent like 15 euros for a pizza, like a pepperoni pizza. However, it was pretty fun because the weather is actually really nice, and we got to spend time with family. So it was really cute. It was an amazing experience because you got to see food stands of like local stores within the area, but everything was a little bit expensive. And I think it's interesting because that park is usually always empty, and for the first time ever, there was a lot of people and a lot of bikes. But another thing I wanted to talk about is the weather. As you can see, it's getting better. So we're getting a lot more warm weathers, and have you noticed in my previous reflections, I done them most inside because it's always raining. But this is really nice. But here's the thing, it could be really nice, but then yesterday it was like really nice, and then it rained, and then it became really sunny again, and then it rained, and then it thunderstormed. So kind of unpredictable, but I try to appreciate every sunny day by going out, going to the city, and just like chilling. But the crazy thing was, this month it was actually warm enough for us to be at the Stadstrand, which is translation the city beach. It's like basically an expanded canal, and it was an experience. Let's say that the sand is so fine that like it will be on you no matter what, and it's so fine that you have to like shower. It's not as grainy or having like actual seashells like in St. Martin. So it was an experience, and of course the water is fresh water and you can't see through it. Like, you put your foot in the water and you cannot see what's under you at all, and which is a complete difference from St. Martin, where I was a month ago. So it was an experience. It's called a city beach for a reason. And yeah, let's talk. One more thing is biking. Like, if you watched my recent reflection video, I got a bike, and so I've been practicing biking. I'm not a really strong biker. Like, I could bike, but I'm not as great as even the kids around here. So I try to get better at it. So I've been going to bike every time I go to the gym and just practicing around the neighborhood just to get used to the hand signals and just the cultural thing. So it feels really Dutchy to be biking everywhere. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but I've definitely got to the point where I'm like, okay, I can bike to a certain place. I have not been able to balance my groceries on my bike as certain Dutch people I've seen. Like, I've seen people carrying groceries on top of like having their kid in the front and back. So I'm not at that level yet, but I think as time passes and I get a little bit better with my biking, I can be that lady that I saw the first time I went to the Netherlands. So yeah, I am gonna talk about reaching the 7th month mark in general of moving. I have been in such a rut, and I don't know why, but I have noticed that after the 6th, 7th month, I'm starting to feel certain emotions when it terms of like either missing home or the huge cultural changes. Now, like, I think earlier when I first moved, I was so excited. I was so excited to consume all this new culture and cultural differences. But I think that now that I've passed that 6 months and I've been here for quite some time, I've noticed that I started to be like, okay, like, what is the future plan? And just the reality of moving to different countries versus moving to a different state for my Americans. So with that said, I'm gonna keep this video short because this month went by really quick. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, these are just little monthly check-ins with myself. And yeah, bye everyone.